shoot at somebody, you intend to stop their action.
This guy is absolutely dead.
He already attempted to kill a police officer.
What crime has he committed?
We don't have to run from bad guys.
The car chase is America's #1 adrenaline rush. It endangers not only the participants, but the community at large. On Anatomy of a Chase, our experts analyze every turn, delving into the minds of the cops and criminals and predict the outcomes. This is Tom Stroop, 23 years as a SWAT commander and the gold medal winner of the toughest cop alive. This is Jeffrey Steinberger, celebrated criminal defense attorney and TV's legal analyst for the Kobe Bryant rape trial and the murder trials of Scott Peterson and Robert Blake. I'm your host, Sheriff John Bonnell. All Daryl Black of Blue Ash, Ohio wants is a ride to the store. What he doesn't know when he hitches a ride is that the car is stolen, and he winds up on what could be the last ride of his life.
Sycamore Heights School. I just had a vehicle try to ram me. I'm headed westbound on Cornell Road.
This is going to be a nightmare. We're chasing a high-performance vehicle in excess of 100 miles an hour.
What do you feel like when you're going that fast in a chase? Are you nervous? What's your emotion?
Of course you are. You're very nervous.
Your adrenaline's pumping, your heart's pumping.
Absolutely.
You're really getting up there.
Absolutely. Now the police car rams him.
Now the next car goes into apprehend.
And he could have stopped here. He's boxed in.
He's boxed
Instead,
doesn't
Back
work.
up.
decides to flee again.
Now we have shots fired.
Now what's the shooting about?
He actually had rammed a police officer just prior to that, and that's what prompted the actual shoot. Here, this is them kind of getting
Now
this.
I see a cop jumping up on the top of the
jumped
windshield.
up.
What was that?
What we're dealing with here is what's called a force continuum. He brought his force up to the level of force the bad guy brought it up to.
To us, as the public, we look like that's really excessive.
But you know what? If you point your gun at somebody, you tell them to stop, and they don't stop, they keep
But
going.
he's outside on a vehicle.
But
He's
once
outside.
again, he's in danger. His life's in danger.
So I'm asking you as a captain, who authorized that kind of shooting?
Well, in this case, you don't necessarily tell a guy, hey, get out of your car, jump on the hood, and shoot him through the windshield.
Why did he have to kill him? Why couldn't he
can't-
shoot him?
well, because he was
and
trying
why
to
did he
kill
have to
police
pummel
officers.
5 bullets in?
Well, I don't really care how many bullets it takes to kill somebody. If you're going to kill them, it doesn't really matter.
How
You know,
many
it's not
times
Spider-Man.
does this guy have to ram a police unit
Before you
or
pump-
attempt to run over a police officer
Before you pump 32
something
bullets
happens?
into him?
he
It
needed
wasn't.
to
It
be
was
stopped.
5.
Five's not
5
enough.
bullets.
After
I
you
want
tried
to
to
know,
kill
as a
us.
citizen of the public, why you guys use deadly force. What is your policy, and why do you need 5 bullets?
Here's your
bread
answer.
and butter is the
Maybe
courts.
he shot 5 times, but he missed the first 4 times.
That may have happened.
Okay.
Maybe he shot first and he hit him first time and he killed him.
And
maybe
you can
and
see-
maybe he just took it too personal.
What-
And the other 4 times he just was in the moment.
Is it possible the
Necessarily,
officer-
This guy is absolutely dead.
Well, he already attempted to kill a police officer on 3 or 4 occasions. At some point in time, as Tom says, you have to take action.
I understand, but
can't-
that's
you
the
can't not do
most
anything.
dreaded action that you have to do.
The police officer jumped
Okay.
on the hood and, to my way of thinking, saved the hostage's life. In Orange County, California, this carjacker steals a Ford Explorer and, desperately fleeing the law, finds himself on the wrong side of a one-way street.
This is a carjacking, right,
This
John?
is a carjacking.
So there might be a weapon involved. And then one other thing could be consideration, too, is that you carjack somebody with dark tint and everything on a vehicle. You don't know what's in that back seat. There could be an infant in the back seat. There could be other occupants
But how
in
do
the
you
car. I
handle
don't
the
know.
fact that it's probably armed?
Oh, you can't even see the driver.
So you don't know how
But you
much
have
danger
information
there
the
is.
car has been carjacked.
So
So,
you don't know
this
how
is a
much danger
violent
there is,
individual.
right.
You got to prep yourself emotionally. But watch this.
That's aggravated assault. You push that car in the intersection, put him in danger.
What is in your mind
You're
right
going
now?
to rely on the chopper.
And you're going to let him do?
You're
where
going
he's
to find an area that you can take this guy out.
And how do you take him out again?
Pit maneuver.
You actually tap the vehicle from behind, you spin it out, you drive through. When the vehicle spins out, other vehicles, other police officers box them in.
And that's the least dangerous, effective method.
It is a good technique,
But
but there's
the
some
pit-
risks. There's some risks.
Is the pit maneuver more dangerous on an SUV than
Yes.
somebody else?
SUVs top heavy. Some agencies who actually have authorized pit technique as part of their pursuit policy still won't let you do it on an SUV
Because they're top heavy, so what does that mean?
Might
They're going to flip?
Might
Okay.
flip.
And
Might
then it
flip.
hurt everybody. Now
to
this
me,
cop,
this
what's
guy's
he
doing,
doing now?
he's doing the right thing. He's on a long straightaway, no traffic.
Right.
I would try the pit maneuver right now. I'd hit him
Okay,
right here.
But he doesn't look that successful.
He hasn't even tried it
you
yet.
use a small window in most cases, and the guy, and you
Okay,
notice
so
the driver.
he's tried it twice now. Is this guy ineffective?
No,
well,
he's not
at this point, I
ineffective.
mean, he hasn't had a good opportunity. To be honest with you. One couple things to consider also is they want you to be over a certain speed, but not.
There's a perfect opportunity if he could have
That'd
got
be a good
closer.
spin out right
That'd be
there.
Good.
Good spin out right there.
I
Very
mean, this
good.
is like the third time that he's doing this thing.
Well,
Well,
you know, there's no perfect scenario, but over 35 miles per hour for a minimum speed, and you don't want to be over 55 when you do
Okay,
it.
but
so
you
it's
don't
a
want to do
window.
something that's really relatively dangerous and outrageous.
No, but
because
once
the
again-
Supreme Court ruling is shocking indifference, right?
Well-
Shocking indifference.
Well, shocking and different to us is different than it is to you.
It does not apply. It says when actual deliberation is only practical when it's
Watch
not
this, watch this.
split-second
Okay, let's
decision.
watch
Okay,
this.
we're on the freeway now. He's going to hit him. He had a
This is
perfect position.
why
but,
did he do that?
Well, look,
Why
went
did
over-
he do that?
I
That
don't
was
think that would have happened if there
silly
would have
and
been a
stupid.
curb. If there would have been a curb there, I think it would have been a
except
different
the
result.
practicality is there was no curb.
There was no curb
That
there.
was silly
Okay,
and
now
stupid.
that-
Look what he
we have.
caused. Look what he caused.
Now that-
put him in oncoming traffic.
You got a victim in a vehicle. This might, of course, this guy could be armed. He's out of the vehicle now. I want to get these people out of this vehicle and make sure they're okay.
I
He's
understand that.
compliant
What do
with
you think about the guy that initially put him into the other side of traffic?
The only guy who's responsible for this wreck is laying right here in the dirt, face down. Meth addict Sally Baker took police on a wild chase with her 2-year-old child on her lap. This is not going to be my favorite chase.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many women actually get chased?
Never have one.
I've never
You
had
never had
You
one.
gotta
You know,
be kidding.
No.
And this now
Yes.
look, she's got the child on her lap. This is, I mean, she's using that child as some sort of shield.
I have tunnel vision, not on her now, on the kid.
Right.
I am
Absolutely.
thinking of every
Yep.
possible scenario
To
to
save
save
that
that
kid.
child.
You know, he's
How
looking
does
up at
this
the
change your
helicopter.
pursuit policy, Tom?
You
What
know-
are you telling your people right now?
Do whatever you can to avoid any sort of escalation.
How does this woman get into this situation to use a child like this?
Totally irrational. She has no sane thought in her head right
Is it
now.
really out of focus?
Drug users, unfortunately, care about themselves and their drugs first.
Even
above
her
their
little
children.
baby, this is a
I mean, I've
little
seen her over and
sick
over and over
5-year-old
again.
kid.
They'll justify in their own mind why they're doing it.
Yeah.
But the reality is, they only don't want to go to jail because they want to continue to use or try to find some more of their drugs. Look at this child. He doesn't even know what's going on. He's watching the helicopter. Like, oh, look at the big helicopter.
You know, as a father, I got to tell you, as a father, this concerns me. I
Yes,
really
of
feel for
course.
this kid. This
Yeah.
is really hurting.
I can tell you this: if these police officers knew that if just they went away and she would stop, we would do that. But the fact is that if we go away and something happens, man, how can we live with that?
How do you
The
fight that
variable is the
conflict?
meth. The meth.
Yeah.
You don't know what she's going to do. You don't know what she's hallucinating.
Cause
Look
an
at this. Look at
accident?
this right here. She's hit 5, 6, 7, 8 cars.
And we don't want to box her
she's-
in between these cars because then it puts
Exactly.
them in danger. Now, John, she just pulled into a parking lot. Ideal. Answer prayer. Box her in, safely control the speed of the vehicle.
And how do you make this apprehension?
Don't rush the car. But
Just to
I
keep
would.
it from
I'd wait this. I'd wait this out just a little while.
She's doing it from the outside.
Oh, look at
Now,
that.
Yeah.
yes.
And she's obviously looks like she wants to surrender.
Still looking good. This is
She
good.
looks like she still have guns drawn.
Sure.
Look at this
You
kid.
don't know what
Look-
she
oh,
has
come
in her
on.
hand.
This is what makes you want to be a cop.
Absolutely.
You know what?
It makes
Really
me very
feels
proud.
good.
Anything involving children
mean-
is the saddest scenario.
This is probably this guy's best day on the force.
In Dallas, Texas, a recently fired lumber employee steals a truck loaded with 2x4s. And with the SWAT team in hot pursuit, sparks fly and the situation goes up in flames. Look at this right here, what we have here. High-speed pursuit involving a truck loaded with lumber, huge vehicle, which could pose some problems. Thank
Wrong
God.
way, the opposite side of the road right now. They've obviously blocked street already up ahead, so there is danger because side streets could come
He
into
almost
play.
rammed this car right here. They're stopping traffic.
How
Yes,
much
at any time.
firepower do you have? How many cars do you have?
As many as it takes.
What
It
is your
doesn't matter.
perspective?
You got to
Doesn't
block.
matter.
If I want to block intersections and whatever, I want 8, 9, 10 cars.
Okay.
Our
Is
first
all this reasonable?
responsibility,
You can't have
our
too many
first
cars.
responsibility is protect innocent life.
Right.
And if it takes 20 cars, I'm going to have
It
20
doesn't
cars
matter.
there.
This guy's got free reign. They're doing their best to
And the
block all
spike
the
strip?
intersection.
Spike strips, I don't think are going to work.
It
on
might,
this.
it might not even, big tires, the
It's a
spikes
very
aren't really
slow-moving
that.
vehicle. Can you
Even if
box
it's
them
tires,
in?
no, you have nothing big enough to box them in with.
Let me ask you something. If you just stopped all the police, what would happen with you?
This guy would probably still continue on to
And
whatever mission he was trying to
He
accomplish.
was trying to go home.
I don't know if he was
Well,
trying
I
to go
doubt
home.
that.
Okay, sure, taking the long way around.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's
Another
really-
thought in the back of our minds too is that this guy's going to try to make a statement.
Why can't we just leave this guy alone? We know who he is.
And let him go make his statement.
And we'll go arrest him later.
But you know, he's been driving this multi-thousand-pound lumber truck in opposite lanes. You don't know what his intentions are.
You know
the
what
car is now on fire. The rig is on fire, and he won't pull over.
How did this happen?
This occurred when they shot out the rear tires of the truck.
Okay, so that discharges that vehicle. Look what it caused here.
Watch this right here. You're going to see something happen here. You're literally going to see one of the wheels exploded. And now you got a tire rolling down the street.
But who caused that?
He did. He did it the day he got in the cab of that pickup. The minute he got in the cab of that pickup, he created this situation. Now you have an immediate hazard. Immediate hazard.
And how do you guys stop that?
You've got to stop him.
At this point, he may be thinking, I'm at the end of my line. I don't really care what happens from this point on. I've gone too far. So
okay, now we have the SWAT team coming up from behind. Why would they be there?
Well, SWAT has, obviously they have better weapon opportunities. Most SWAT vehicles are heavier armored vehicles. So if there's an opportunity to block them in or box them in or some sort of tactic, you need to move the vehicle around. It's a heavier vehicle.
And what is this guy doing?
Well, this officer fires a shot into the cab of the truck and actually strikes the suspect. Tom, that was a SWAT officer.
Explain to that SWAT officer.
One of the officers shot at him and apparently hit him. It wasn't a good enough hit because he's still going.
Good enough hit?
Yeah,
what was the purpose of getting out there with a gun?
I'm not going to second guess what these guys did in this situation because obviously somebody on this scene.
Where does it say Tom is the judge, juror, and executor?
The guy is deranged. He has to be stopped.
Now they're almost hitting police officers. You see that? No regard whatsoever.
You don't know what this guy's going to do. Is his intention on hurting somebody? Is he going to return to the place where he stole the truck and ram it through the building? Okay. Is he headed to the owner's house right now and going to run that truck right through the house? You have no clue of what he's going to do, so you have to treat it as a worst-case scenario.
Now listen, you know what? At some point, you got to say enough is enough. And he's on fire because of you guys. He's been shot out twice because of you guys. And he hasn't done anything except driven the same way.
And we got his foot tied to the pedal, and we're pushing it. Now, he can stop any moment.
But I want the killing to stop. I want excessive force to stop. I want deadly force.
Do you think that we go to work every night hoping, fingers crossed, geez, let me get in a shooting tonight?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But if I see you having tunnel vision, that's a problem, my friend.
Why doesn't he stop?
If he stops, he's dead.
So
he knows that.
So you wouldn't pursue.
I know. He's also got a bullet in his stomach.
He's actually swerving on purpose, trying to shake the load off.
Yes. He's trying to hurt somebody.
When do you guys ever call enough?
When he stops. He almost hit a school bus.
Almost hit a school bus.
Yeah, so he's got no regard for anybody at this point.
But
so it's more dangerous now.
Where is his responsibility?
Are you letting him stop?
Where is his responsibility?
If he stops, he's going to be dead.
Does he have any
responsibility? If he stops, he's going to be dead.
He's on a mission. He's going to make some kind of statement.
Now, in that mind of yours, that peripheral tunneled mind, this is now a terrorist.
Not a word.
Hey. This is a guy who's been fired.
It could be Bin Laden.
Are you guys losing it? Are you losing it?
It could be Bin Laden. In fact, I think it is.
Now. How bitter can you get? You think you can get any more cynical here?
I could probably, yes, if I worked on it a little bit. Yes, I could.
Yes, you could. Oh, you guys, look at this.
The guy's finally coming to a stop. He's got something's happened, and he's come to his senses.
But this is the best part. Watch this. You're gonna love this, Jeff.
Okay, show me.
You want me to give you all their names?
Yeah.
Watch this. Look at this.
Oh, look, you got 12,
machine gun,
14.
shotgun.
I love the shotgun.
Up 'em a couple
look at this
times.
hazer.
I love it.
Look at it, all down on the one guy.
Thank God for us, because how much money are you going to make off of this?
What is all that?
Well, you
is
take
there
him
a
into
procedure
custody.
to that?
You take him into custody. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a procedure? Who goes first?
Yes.
Who goes second?
Yeah, that's all SWAT
How many people go?
With your attorney mind, was that just?
Oh, yeah, no. For
Thank
you
you
guys, that's
Thank you. Next case.